Ever pondered about the significance of numbers in the realm of social media growth? It's an intriguing question that many of us have probably considered at some point. What role do numbers play in successful social media campaigns? Does the number of followers, likes, and shares dictate the amount of influence or success a person or brand has on these platforms? It's common for many individuals and businesses to associate social media success with high numbers. Thousands of followers, millions of likes, and innumerable comments seem to serve as validation. We may find ourselves admiring or envying those with massive followings on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, or YouTube, assuming their popularity equates to success. We see these numbers and believe that they are the end-all and be-all of social media triumph. Let's consider the influencers we see online. They flaunt their high follower counts and interactions, leading us to believe that they are the epitome of success. Earlier, it wasn't uncommon for businesses to pour money into strategies that aim to boost these numbers, whether it was through buying followers or likes, advertising heavily to increase visibility, or pushing out content relentlessly to engage an audience. The ultimate goal was always to scale up those digits. But is this really what success looks like? Is it all about having the most followers, the most likes, the most shares? Certainly, these numbers can indicate a certain level of influence. They can show that an individual or a brand has a substantial reach. But is this reach always meaningful? Do these numbers reflect genuine engagement or merely empty metrics? Consider this: behind each of these numbers is a person who made a conscious choice to follow, like, or share your content. Now imagine if these individuals were simply passive viewers, not actively engaged in your content. Would they still be considered valuable followers, or are they just adding to the numbers with no real contribution? It's time we started looking beyond the numbers. True success on social media is about genuine engagement. It's about building a community of loyal followers who connect with your brand, who engage with your content, who feel a sense of belonging. It's about creating meaningful conversations, sparking interest, and nurturing relationships. Success is about impacting lives, inspiring change, and driving action. It's about the value you provide, the difference you make, and the stories you tell. It's about the connections you foster, the relationships you build, and the trust you earn. It's about quality, authenticity, and relevance. It's not just about the numbers. So, can anyone with millions of followers or likes claim to be successful? Not necessarily. That's because success on social media is not a one-size-fits-all phenomenon. It's highly subjective and depends on a variety of factors. What matters most is not the quantity, but the quality of your followers, likes, and interactions. Well, here's a twist. Success on social media isn't always about the numbers. It's about much more. It's about engagement, connection, and meaningful impact. It's about making a difference, one post, one like, one follower at a time. So the next time you're measuring your social media success, remember to look beyond the numbers. Because in the end, it's not the numbers that truly matter. It's the difference you make, the connections you build, and the lives you touch. To illustrate this, let's dive into a case study. Let's introduce Foodie Delights, a small but ambitious food blog that began its incredible journey on the popular social media platform, Instagram. Their humble beginning was inspired by a simple yet profound goal: sharing tantalizing and delectable food recipes with people around the world. With a passion for food and a knack for creating visually appealing content, Foodie Delights set out to conquer the world of social media. In their early days, this passionate team was committed to growing their online presence. They believed that success was a direct result of a large follower count. With consistent content and a clear vision, Foodie Delights dedicated their time and resources to attract a diverse range of followers. Their efforts paid off, and they soon amassed an impressive 10,000 followers. However, their success was not as sweet as they had anticipated. Despite having a large number of followers, they noticed an unsettling trend. Their posts were not sparking conversations or igniting interactions that they had hoped for. The interaction, comments, shares, and on their posts were minimal, almost negligible. It was as though they were catering to a silent audience, and this was not part of their vision. In the face of this challenge, Foodie Delights decided to pivot. They decided to review and change their strategy. Instead of focusing solely on increasing their follower count, they decided to shift their attention towards boosting engagement. Their new strategy aimed at fostering a dialogue and promoting interaction with their followers. Foodie Delights started to reply to comments. They asked thought-provoking questions to stir conversations and initiated sharing user-generated content. They created polls, contests, and giveaways to increase interaction and foster a sense of community amongst their followers. They made their followers feel valued, heard, and appreciated. What followed their strategic shift nothing short of a revelation, almost like an awakening. Their engagement rate, which was once negligible, started to skyrocket. The silent audience was now actively participating in conversations, sharing their personal stories, and expressing their love for food. This shift did not just stop at increased engagement. Foodie Delights started to develop a loyal community of food lovers who were not just followers but were genuinely interested in their content. These followers resonated with the brand, its values, and felt a sense of belonging. They were eagerly waiting for new posts, actively participating in conversations, and were truly invested in Foodie Delights. This case study of Foodie Delights is a beacon, illuminating the importance and potential of engagement over mere numbers. It's the quality, not the quantity, that matters. It's not about how many followers but how many of them are truly invested in your content. It's about nurturing a community that resonates with your brand and values. It's about building connections and not just followers. So what's the takeaway from this video? Let's delve deeper. Firstly, it's crucial to understand that numbers are not the be-all and end-all of social media growth. It's easy to get entrapped in the seemingly never-ending race of gaining followers or accumulating likes. However, you must remember that these numbers are not the definitive indicators of your online success. It's essential not to get overly engrossed in chasing these numerical milestones. Instead, your primary focus should be directed towards creating valuable and meaningful content that resonates with your audience. This means really diving into what your audience wants and needs, crafting messages that speak to them on a personal level. Content should not only be informative, but also relatable, engaging, and thought-provoking. Creating content that adds value to your audience's lives will naturally foster a deeper, more rewarding connection between you and them. Secondly, and arguably more importantly, engagement holds the key to social media success. It's not just about posting content and hoping people will like it. It's about creating a dialogue, building relationships, and fostering a sense of community. It requires you to engage with your audience actively. This could mean asking them questions, responding to their comments, or simply with their content. By doing so, you show them that you genuinely value their input and opinions. In addition to fostering engagement, it's also important to ensure that you're creating a positive, inclusive space. Social media is a platform for connection and communication, not a popularity contest. It's a unique space where you can share your passions, connect with like-minded individuals, and build a strong, supportive community. This community should not just be about supporting you, but also about supporting and uplifting each other. In the grander scheme of things, remember that success on social media is not defined by the followers or likes that you have, but by the quality of relationships and connections you foster with your audience. The numbers might give a superficial sense of achievement, but the real victory lies in the bonds you create and the impact you make. So, the next time you find yourself getting sucked into the numbers game, take a step back. Ask yourself, am I truly engaging with my audience? Am I building meaningful connections? Reflect on your actions and interactions. Think about whether you're truly using social media to its fullest potential, to inspire, connect, and build a vibrant, engaged community. In the grand scheme of things, it's the engagement and the connections you forge that truly matter. That's the real measure of success in the digital world. Above all, remember that your worth is not determined by the number of likes or followers you have, but by the genuine relationships the meaningful conversations you've initiated, and the positive impact you've had on those who engage with your content. When you shift your focus from numbers to people, you'll realize that success in the digital world isn't about reaching the most people, but about touching the most hearts. It's about making real connections with real people. In the end, that's what truly matters. That's the real measure of success in the digital world.